Hi guys, it's Christy from Retail Bliss. I'm back. It's been a little bit of time since I last recorded a video. Things have been a little bit chaotic here at Encircled. I'm recording this actually at 5:40 p.m. on Friday, so everybody's cleared out of the office. We're just getting ready for the weekend, and it's really hot and nice in Toronto. So I'm gonna get started here with a quick little video for you guys and sharing with you my 5 best tips. That's right, 5 for doubling your e-commerce sales. So what I find is that a lot of clients of mine, when I consult, get stuck at a certain sales level and they start to think that they can't do any better than that. And I can totally understand that, because I remember when back in the day I had $1,000 a month in sales and thinking, how the hell am I ever going to get to 10K or 20K or 50K? Like, is that even possible? And those types of beliefs can really start to weigh you down, and they're not healthy, quite honestly. You need to have that kind of secret mentality where if you believe it, you can receive it. But also at the same time, we don't want to get too woo-woo. We want to actually have some tactics to drive sales. So I'm going to give you 5 easy things you can do that I think in coordination, if you're working with right now a couple $1,000 of sales in a month, that you can do to create a doubling factor over the next few months in your sales funnel. So let's go. So number 1 that I'm going to talk to you about is follow-up. So a lot of people will send their customers a newsletter potentially, but another really big opportunity is to follow up with lapsed customers. So think about those customers who have bought with you before, but maybe they haven't bought with you again in the last 30, 60, or 90 days. Those represent opportunities perhaps for you to offer them a new product and cross-sell something else. So say you sold them a t-shirt, maybe you can sell them a pair of pants, or if you sold them shoes, maybe you can sell them socks. Stuff like this. It doesn't always have to be a discount or anything like that. You could just be reaching out to say hi and show them what's new in your store. So there's lots of opportunities there, and that's something that a lot of people don't do. Periodically they'll do it, but on an ongoing basis they just don't do it. When I've done this with my fashion line, it's been the highest converting email. It's generated lots of sales, which is great. So right now we're in the process of automating that, which you can fairly easily do with MailChimp. So MailChimp has new autoresponder sequences that you can use for stuff like this. And this could be one email for this could double your sales potentially if you're targeting the right people and offering them great content or great offers that are relevant to them at the time and space. So number 2 is abandoned baskets. So this kind of goes to lapsed customers. So say you have somebody on your site shopping around, they put stuff in a basket and then their dog needs to go outside to go to the washroom, or somebody comes to their doorbell, then all of a sudden your site is not active, they're not shopping on there. This is really common. People will get onto a website, they'll fill their basket up, then they'll look at the cost, or maybe they get distracted and they don't complete the purchase. Sometimes they'll almost all the way make it through, so they'll enter in their information. And so what's really great about Shopify is Shopify captures these emails, and with Shopify you can send out an automated update reminder to the person within 6, 12, or 24 hours to say, hey, I noticed you left these things in your basket. Do you want to come back and buy them? Some people will do different tactics here, such as offering a discount, offering free shipping, or just saying, hey, I think you really love this stuff. It's whatever works for your business, so don't be afraid to test and try a few things out. If you don't have Shopify, there are ways to do this with your email provider. I know MailChimp has an integration that they can do it with several other e-commerce software platforms. And I mean, think about this. If you have 10 abandoned baskets and your average order value is $250, if you recover just one of those, think about the value over the month. If you're doing $2,000 in sales a month, right there, you're doubling. So that could be really profitable and lucrative for you. Plus, you're not being spammy. Some of these people meant to genuinely complete the transaction and they just didn't have the chance to. So you're giving them that opportunity. So think carefully about this, craft some compelling content, and go for it. And this is another thing you can ideally put on automatic autopilot so you don't have to do it every single day. My 3rd one is to post regular content. So if you are guilty of falling asleep on your social media channels and posting once a week, or just posting product photo after product photo, then think again. I'm a firm believer in the idea, and I've talked about this a lot, about curating content. If you're not at the level where you can actually create content and you feel very restrained by that, then why don't you curate content? It's super easy. Search back through my blog. There's a couple of great posts on this, but the one tip I'll give you is Facebook. Facebook is awesome for curating content. Say you're in the niche of, I'll give you the example that I use for my brand. So we're really much in the niche of travel. So we do a lot of content curation around travel, capsule wardrobes, tiny houses, minimalist living. And what we do is we basically go on this thing called BuzzSumo and search by keywords which we think would be interesting to our ideal customer, and then start to curate some of that content and post it regularly as posts on our page. And we have a look back after the week, my team and I, and say, okay, what worked well, what didn't, and then we optimize our content going forward. So that's a really easy win. Just being active on your social media sites like that will help the social media providers show that, you know what, this person's engaged, they're active, I want to show their content to more people. Same thing with Instagram. I know people struggle with Instagram a lot, but it's really easy to find just one photo to post a day. Just one. It doesn't have to be like the most beautiful photo in the world, but just something. Get some good lighting, get out your iPhone, maybe take a picture of your labels or you hammering out your jewelry or something like that. Really share your brand as a window to the world on a regular basis, and I guarantee you'll start to see results in sales. So the fourth one is a little bit level up from that. It's creating valuable content. So maybe you don't have the bandwidth to do this right now, but I really highly encourage brands of e-commerce companies to take a long-term view on content creation. So dial into the niche that you want to focus on and what is really a trigger point for your brand. So if you're, say, for example, in the natural skin products space, maybe natural living, healthy lifestyle is really something that resonates with your ideal customer, and really drill in there. And if you can't create the content, try and find guest posters to create the content for you. And there's a lot of ways we can talk about doing that, but really just researching in your niche who's really owning it in that space and giving them opportunities to come onto your blog and post. When you are just starting out, you might want to go after some people who are a little bit smaller, and then you don't have to worry about writing the content. It's amazing. The last one I'm going to give you is super easy in a way. Just takes a lot of upfront research. It's partnering with influencers. So if you're a maker of bags or shoes or jewelry, think about who would be like an amazing quote-unquote brand ambassador for you. So are there people on Instagram who you could give your product to in exchange for a couple posts? Like, so in this kind of strategy or tactic, if you're small, if you're doing a couple $1,000s a month in your store, you obviously don't want to give away like $50,000 worth of jewelry. However, you find some people who have amazing content that you love, who are kind of up and coming. Maybe they have like a couple thousand followers, 5,000, 10,000 followers, and they're not super advanced yet with like media kits, and do some outreach. Email them, direct message them, try and reach out to them, and make sure you get rights to use the photos and repost them and stuff like that, because that content is valuable as well. That's not only like the partnership with these influencers on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff, it'll help grow your following as well. So you want to really dial into these key influencers, and they could be potential guest bloggers for your blog in the future, and you can share their posts and you can make it one big happy family. So those are my 5 tips today for doubling your sales in the next month or so. So let's just recap them. So number 1 was follow up with lapsed customers. Number 2, don't forget about those abandoned carts and abandoned baskets. Number 3 was become regular on your social media channels. Number 4 was create valuable content. And number 5 was partner with a few influencers. I guarantee you, if you have regular and consistent effort and you bring value to your ideal customer, that your business will start to grow. So do the work, spend the time, and make it happen. Have a good weekend. Bye.